Welcome to Top 10 Archive. It seems all we ever hear about is how terrible the world outside is. In fact, if you scour through YouTube comments or any internet forum, you'll find that acts or even words of kindness come few and far between. So, who can blame us for wanting to put the spotlight on these top 10 heartwarming acts of kindness caught on video? Number 10. One Last Shot. Challenged with a mental disability, young Mitchell Marcus hadn't been able to partake in a game he's loved since his early childhood, basketball. To fulfill his love of the game, Mitchell serves as team manager for the Thunderbirds at Coronado High School in El Paso, Texas. During the last game of the season, Coach Peter Morales sought to surprise his assistant by putting him in the game. But that's not where this feel-good story ends. After several unsuccessful shots to the basket, Jonathan Montanez, a rival player from Franklin High School, tossed Mitchell the ball, allowing him one last and successful shot. As the ball passed the basket's netting, the entire gymnasium erupted in a deafening roar for Mitchell Marcus. Number 9. Making a youngin's day. Even the simplest acts of kindness may have more of an impact than you could ever know. During his normal garbage route, Manuel made an unscheduled stop to visit a small autistic boy named Daniel. The cordial visit turned to a pleasant surprise for Daniel and his family when the garbage man presented the young boy with a gift, a toy garbage truck. What makes this moment all the more special, and why you never know what your generosity may mean to someone, is that Daniel had recently broken a garbage truck toy. Number 8. Shirt off your back. You know, New Yorkers may get a bad rap for being rude, thoughtless, and way too absorbed in their own lives.
I'm walking here!
But 23-year-old paralegal Joey Resto put all of that to rest during a routine Friday night subway ride. During his trip, Resto noticed a shivering, shirtless, homeless man, and without thinking twice, literally took the shirt off his own back and handed it to his fellow passenger. The homeless man accepted the act of kindness silently, possibly shocked by the unexpected kindness and loving act of a complete stranger. Number 7. The cost of kindness. Could you find it in your heart and wallet to deviate from what your job entails and hand over a lump sum of cash to a complete stranger? A Syrian refugee living in Texas and known only as Noah was working at his jewelry store when a woman came in, visibly distraught, looking to sell a family heirloom for quick cash for bills. Rather than take her personal effects for a fraction of the value they're worth, Noah returned the ring to her, dug into his pocket, and produced the cash she needed. During his interview with CBS, the kind-hearted jeweler continues his kindness by expressing how he'd give her more money if he had a means of contacting her. Number 6. The ultimate act of sportsmanship. If there's any reason to show kindness to your fellow person, consider who may be watching. No, we don't mean you could become a viral sensation. We're talking about the tiny eyes of easily influenced children. The youngest of children have the capacity to show compassion if they're shown the importance of it. During this youth football game, the ball is handed off to tiny Jake Steiner, a boy simply described as a special player. As Jake makes his way down the field, his teammates swarm around him to protect him. But it's not needed. As the Cougar scurries to the end zone, the opposing team, with as much subtlety as possible, drops to the ground, allowing Steiner the chance to score. Number 5. The other side of the law. In the United States specifically, the law has been experiencing an incredible amount of bad press. Not all officers of the law deserve the negativity, however, as we can see in this amateur footage caught by an anonymous bystander. Deputy Constable Felix Berrigan of Houston, Texas, had approached a panhandler in a busy intersection when things took an unexpected turn. After the distressed individual broke down and told Berrigan that he needed $49 to return to his family in Seattle, the officer's compassion kicked in and, rather than force the man off the street or arrest him, he simply assumed his story was real and handed him $100. Number 4. Christmas surprises. Most mothers wish to give their children something incredibly special for Christmas, and very rarely look for something in return. For Megan Curran, a single mother of 3 forced to work multiple jobs to make ends meet, The tables were turned when Give Back Films chose her for a Christmas surprise. Through the video, we follow Megan as she's treated to shopping sprees while something truly spectacular is going on back home. The night on the town with her family was just the tip of the iceberg of kindness. When she returns home, she's treated to multiple repairs and enhancements done around the house, including a table large enough to enjoy Christmas dinner on with her family. Number 3, the two-way street. Sometimes showing compassion and kindness to someone facing misfortune doesn't have to cost you anything but some of your time. YouTuber Kareem found this out after giving a homeless man named Mark a couple of bucks.
Why?
Why not? I just wanted to help out.
Thank you.
While a little confused but definitely appreciative, Mark had one last request for Kareem: to sit with him for a moment. After spending some time with Kareem, the homeless man unexpectedly gets up and leaves, returning several minutes later. Mark had taken the money from Kareem and purchased lunch for the two of them. The next minute or so of the video is a strange mix of heartbreaking and uplifting.
Don't be ever ashamed for asking any help, you know?
Number 2, the power of many. If you pay attention to the world today, it's easy to get discouraged. People en masse are engaged in unending race wars. So when we came across this incredible video of dozens of bystanders teaming together to save just one man who took an unfortunate misstep, we had to share it. At the Perth station in Australia, when a passenger finds himself trapped between the train and platform, teams of people work to tip the train to free him. Greatness in numbers. It doesn't get much better than that. Number 1, friendly support. We've had our hearts warmed by the kind acts of children, but this one is more than just a touching act. It's a true sign of humanity and friendship. Faced with the reality that her cancer-stricken friend would lose her hair from treatment, 9-year-old Cameron Renfro decided to shave her own head to show support. What much of the world would consider an unbelievable sign of compassion, Renfro's school, Caprock Academy, deemed a violation of dress code policy and suspended her. Unfazed by the school's arguably rash decision, Renfro stood by her decision to help her friend, 11-year-old Delaney Clements, to not feel left out. After an outpouring of support, the school board voted 3-1 in favor of ending Renfro's suspension. I feel good, do-do-do-do-do. I knew that I would now, do-do-do-do-do. I feel good, do-do-do-do-do. I knew that I would now, do-do-do-do-do. So good, so good. I feel good, do-do-do-do. Ow! What do you mean the microphone's still on? Quit laughing. No, you can't play that.